Hello, my dears. So, this is going to be a short conversation about stories and the stories we make and the meaning making machine that operates with the best of intentions for those of us that are on a self healing journey, on a journey of self inquiry to understand why we make the decisions we make, have the experiences we have, and how to change, to be open to changing that. And really, that's the hook. The hook is we have to be willing to change our story. Are you willing to change your story? Are you willing, I've been using the analogy of backpacks, are you willing to say, yes, I've been carrying a dark green backpack all of my life that I've identified with, that I've filled up, that I've shown other people, that I've shared with other people. Are you willing to say, actually, I don't need that dark green backpack, I want the red one? It's just an analogy. Because the thing is with a self-healing journey, especially for people, say like myself, who are teachers, who are healers, who share themselves as models of experience to other people, we can become caught by our own ego and our own story loops. And something really interesting has just happened to me along that. And as always, I just offer myself up as an example, not as right or wrong or or anything. I've taken that backpack off of needing to be right, needing to be wise. It's just about expressing what I'm learning and experiencing at the time and being open to that being seen and felt and received differently now and also, tomorrow and next week, next year. But I've had my healing journey, I've had this ancestral healing, I've had these really big, heavy, physical, energetic stumbling blocks to receiving pleasure. And as part of the healing journey and uncovering that, it became like this big burden that I was carrying, this baton that I was carrying on behalf of my ancestors. And with that was a sincerity and a reverence, but also a weight, and then a resentment was building, because this is something I've been working on, actively healing on and off, since I became aware of it in 2017. And we're now in 2021, and it's like, well, yes, I believe in ancestral healing. I believe that we can be here to release the load. The baton is passed on, but we also have the choice to drop the baton. We have the green backpack. We don't have to carry it. And the healing journey has been about healing it, being aware of it, but then realizing you have a choice. And you have the choice to be a version of yourself in your ancestral line that isn't defined by that baton. So I have a story that, my healing journey and the trauma and the wounding that I carry on behalf of my ancestors has meant that I don't trust easily, and it's blocking me from trusting the universe, it's blocking me from trusting men, it's blocking me from trusting experiences. And I want to trust and I want to choose differently, but it's always felt that because there's this, and this is the story, because there's this ancestral wounding that's not mine, but I'm here to carry it in this kind of like martyr saintdom thing, I can't move forward, I can't pass go until that's released. And how much work do I need to do before that's released? I just sat with one of my teacher trainers. I'm on an energy healing course, and I presented my story to explain to him what I want help using this energy work to release. And and again, so there's a side note to this, which I'll come back to. He just said, this isn't about trust. This is about this. So from his perspective, from his lineage, from his energy healing modality, he sees what I've called my story completely differently. Now, this is the side note. He's not right and I'm not wrong. We're just different. And what this difference has facilitated was me being able to drop the baton, me being able to drop the green backpack, because he saw it completely different. That doesn't need to be my truth. But the fact that there is a different truth out there means I don't need to hold on to my own, and I have to be willing, though, to let go of my truth and my story, because I could still be attached to the fact that, no, this is my green backpack. No, this is my baton. This is part of my karma, my dharma, my purpose. I've spent years believing that, so I'm going to keep justifying it, because without it, does that mean the last 4 years are a waste? Does it mean I don't have identity and purpose? I'm just done. I'm not attached to this story. I needed the story to go through an active healing journey, but the story doesn't serve me anymore. And this whoosh of energy from a new perspective just helped me go, I don't have to make this about trust. I don't have to make this bigger than it is. I don't have to carry this anymore. And for me, the healing, for me, it happens on an energetic level, but it's also quite literal and physical. So it feels quite profound right now to just be like, this has been such a heavy weight and a privilege. You know, I got to a point in my healing journey where I said in the last video, if it wasn't for my sexual dysfunction, if it wasn't for having darkness and greyness in my life, I wouldn't have searched for light. I wouldn't then be having just experiences in my life that just transcend what I thought this life could offer. And that's without any of my external experiences really changing. I'm still single. I'm still, still of an absent father. None of the, there's just me. I've changed because I choose to believe in love and abundance and possibility and joy and pleasure, and I go and seek out those experiences in the red backpack rather than sticking with the heavy green backpack, because I'm like, no, I believe, whilst I haven't experienced it yet, I believe there's other and different out there. So I just want to say, it's a reminder, don't become too attached to your stories, even when they're healing journey stories. It's really profound and really sacred and really honourable to feel that we're doing this healing work for ourselves, for our ancestors, for the collective. But don't become too attached to that story, because you can drop the baton. You can release yourself from the meaning of it, of the making the meaning of it at any time. And that actually is the greatest gift to you. It's the greatest gift to all of us. We don't have to carry these big old backpacks that no longer serve us. The energy can shift, it can release, it can move so quickly. You've just got to be open to that being an option. All right, my loves. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying these videos, if you've got questions, if you want me to respond to more like personal issues that you've got. I'm really happy to use this time and my energy to do that, because as you can see, I love talking about this stuff. And whilst I'm happy to use myself as an example, it's not about me, it's about all of us. It's about healing, it's about self-love and self-knowing and self-approval, and that's what I want to hopefully demonstrate is possible for all of us. All right.